Nowitzki right side. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Matthews goes in, shoots the 3. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And stolen by Nowitzki. Outside Williams. The feet to Pachulia. And he's way off from outside. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
Well, you know, the Mavs made the playoffs last season, but they really had a hard time against the rest of the Western Conference contenders, in part because they struggled defensively. Offensively, they were pretty good, but they didn't quite come up with enough stops when they needed them.
Jacks up a 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
And they will call over the back on the play.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Here's Levine. And again, Minnesota with the triple. Greg, you talked about what the Mavs did, how they played against the West, 29-23 record against the rest of the conference.
Yeah, but Kevin, it's a little misleading, the win total. I mean, if you look at the Mavs against the teams that they compare themselves to, which are the playoff teams in the West, they're only 10-18 over the course of the season.
Good point.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far. Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Levine kicks to Towns. For the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Felton the pass to Parsons. To the left side wing. Barea dishes to Parsons. 4 on the clock. Kicks to Barea. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
And Chandler Parsons, changing teams last season, saw a little bit of a regression. Down in points, rebounds, and assists, but more troubling, down in field goal and free throw percentage. So you can tell that that transition to a new team, new system, new role definitely had an impact.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Rubio with a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Well, I tell you what, Ricky Rubio has everything you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team, but until he becomes a better shooter, I think he's going to short-circuit his potential.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And back to Ricky Rubio for a moment, who certainly is at the hub of what this team does, averaging over 8 assists a game for his career through last season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is a guy to watch.
It really is. And listen, they're also built now for him because they got those great athletic wings. And if he can shoot it a little bit better, I mean, I think he's going to have more opportunities to spread the floor and drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Mavericks trail by 5. No one near Felton as he lets it go. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pekovic passes to Garnett. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Anderson dishes to Felton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Garnett with the block. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Jones. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Gets it off. And a good game. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
Levine kicks to Towns. Rubio with it. Williams picks him up. Rubio the pass to Levine. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Higgins outside at the 3 with Anthony Towns at the 4. Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Jang in at the 5 spot. Up the floor. Here's Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And it's 9 points for Andrew Wiggins. Williams dishes to Pachulia.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Rubio misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
That was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Dallas making a switch here. Parsons is checked in. Outside Williams. Williams a screen on Jang. And Parsons kicks to Matthews. Dallas moving the ball around. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And here we go. Oh. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back to this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Pass to Levine. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
And And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Darren Williams.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs, saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that.
Fast break, Dallas. Parsons got the ball.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. For me, my favorite memory of Barea is outstanding postseason in 2011. The Mavericks had to get through the Lakers and the Heat to win their first championship. And Barea broke down those defenses by screaming to the hoop every chance he got. Actually, he squirted to the hoop.
Towns kicks to Levine. Drops in the tray. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook, perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
And getting back to Barea's contributions against the Lakers back in 11, Barea led a fourth-quarter comeback in Game 2 to help the Mavs win. Big swing in that series. And then after the game, Kobe Bryant said that Barea kicked our you-know-whats. And ultimately, Barea helped the Mavs go on to win their only championship.
Here's Levine following the score by Dallas. And it's off from three-point range.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
And finished off by Parsons.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And stolen by Parsons. Up in time. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've reached halftime in this one. Mavericks lead by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Just absolute domination in this one for Matthews. He has 20 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Jared Williams out there with Matthews. And it's Pachulia in at the center position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Tayshaun Prince, one of the ultimate Velcro guys. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. The consummate pro, as detailed, steady, and unflappable as they come.
Muhammad. And the three off target. Here's Parsons. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And back to Tayshaun Prince for a moment. So much big game experience, a championship in 04 with the Pistons. That has to rub off on a team when you have a guy like that around in the locker room, on the floor. He's seen it all.
You know, that's a great point. And whether it's in games or practice or even in the locker room, his presence adds continuity. It's like having an extra coach looking out for the younger players.
Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Williams passes to Felton from the arc, and it's Williams. That time the assist by Felton. Williams has got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
And stolen by Prince. Here's Muhammad. He feeds it to Pekovic. Prince outside. He goes up again. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Harris is checked in. Garnett, the screen. Pekovic dishes to Garnett. Can't get it to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
And the foul on Tayshaun Prince. That is his first foul of the game. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Harris kicks to Felton. Back to Harris. Feeds to Powell. Shot clock at 2. That one rolling around and rims out. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Rubio. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Ricky Rubio, Clark, one of the most highly anticipated international players in recent memory to come into the NBA.
Yeah, he's got an awful lot of flash and substance to his game, and after much haggling and negotiating, he was finally allowed to join the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2011.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
To the middle. Here's Dang. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And it's Rubio penetrating. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And the Mavericks call time here. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Parsons, he's checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Raymond Felton. Here's Barea.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Another shot. That's tipped. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
You know, Kevin, this has been a much better effort from them here in the second half compared to the first. I just don't think they were intense enough in that first half.
Rubio the pass to Towns. Levine kicks to Zhang. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 6 to shoot. Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Here's measuring. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Towns, and the basket good.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
Here's Wiggins. Shot is no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Barea kicks to Parsons. That's good. Parsons got 4 this quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
They get it again. And the dunk by Towns.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He's got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Minnesota calls timeout. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Here's Muhammad. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Timberwolves trail by 3. So on the floor for Minnesota, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Youngsters Anthony Towns and Zhang are in the post. And it's Rubio in at the 1 spot.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Tries again, and it's good. 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
Williams dishes to Parsons. And it's Williams. That time the assist from Parsons. Parsons got 4 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 3. Rubio the pass to Wiggins. And stolen by Darren Williams. Moving it up. That's tipped. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Rubio kicks to Towns. To the left side wing. Matthews with the steal. It's Williams with the drive. Wesley Matthews on the wing. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 8th assist in the game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Dallas.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jen. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Here we go, one-on-one.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff.
Guys, some pride bubbling up right there. He wasn't about to be outshone. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you can clock his hang time with an hourglass. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Pass to Berea. He kicks to Parsons. There's the triple. It's good. Great play set up by Berea. 14 points for Chandler Parsons. Timberwolves trailed by 10. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons. Here's Levine. Misses the three.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
To the paint. And stolen by Jang. A finish. And Wiggins throws it down hard. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Berea with it. Back to Matthews. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nowitzki's shot's good.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Rubio dishes to Jang. Puts it up. Levine can't hit.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
And Clark, they really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Matthews. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Back to Parsons. Now the pass to Nowitzki. Misses off the right iron.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
No one near him. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. For three. Berea, no good.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Matthews, no good. Levine, count it. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win.